His son Dominic is on the way, and he believes that is going to be the impetus for another jaunt to the lightweight world title.
Come on, ready? Charles, ready? Fight on.
This crazy matchup is upon us. Charles Oliveira in yellow, Arman Tsarukyan in white.
I just love that we are getting this changeover at 155. Where we are seeing these guys that have been the rulers of this division fighting the young up-and-comers. We just have not seen many of them have success in these moments. Tsarukyan promises to be different.
Of course, we saw Justin Gaethje handle Rafael Fiziev, Dustin Poirier recently against Benoit Saint-Denis. See if we get a changing of the guard, so to speak, in this one.
Oliveira is so nasty on the ground. As I said, when he was walking, I'm one of the best submission artists ever in any division.
Tsarukyan's almost basing out flat. Oh, guillotine!
He's got an arm in guillotine.
That looks tight, Joe!
Tsarukyan's in real trouble. He's in real trouble. He might go out. He might go out.
I was trying to clear the legs of Oliveira. Tsarukyan's coming out. Wow!
And now he's got his back. Nope, back to mount.
Punishing elbow in there for Oliveira.
This is absolutely huge for Oliveira. Early in the fight like this, to almost get him in a choke.
Yes.
And now dominating him on the ground.
And we have not seen many guys escape the guillotine of Charles Oliveira, especially when it's in that deep.
Especially early.
Yeah.
And now Oliveira just landed a big elbow. Tsarukyan doing a great job with his legs, though. Trying to disrupt the mount.
Well, that was the difference, right? We were talking earlier about a fight. You got to defend with your legs also. You saw Tsarukyan there using his legs to move and buck and shrimp and push. And eventually he found safety, or at least a better position he was in against Dubrom's.
Well, Tsarukyan is very complete in all aspects of the game. His defense, his offense, his submissions. But look at Oliveira. Beautiful. Beautiful flow.
Charles, watch your head. Cover the head.
It looked like a headbutt there for a moment. Oh, look at this. Tsarukyan turns him over.
Tsarukyan kept his composure under extreme circumstances, and now he finds himself on top.
Tsarukyan is a beast on top. Nasty ground and pound. Even from inside the guard, he's very, very dangerous.
Very dangerous. So powerful and so aware. He's got that good wrestling base.
There's a big elbow right there. But Oliveira has a very offensive guard. Tsarukyan has to be very careful.
Huge night for American top team thus far. Renato Moicano, Kayla Harrison, Bo Nichols, Tsarukyan trying to keep it going. Under 2 minutes here, round one.
The way Oliveira utilizes that overhook on the left arm of Arman Tsarukyan is huge. And he can use that to set up submissions. Keep an eye on his legs as he clamps down on that right overhook.
He's trying to keep Tsarukyan in close, not allow him to gain space and posture to land any big shots on him.
EA Sports UFC 5, the gold is nice, but it's what the belt represents that matters. A legacy. Play as Holloway, Whitaker, and Weidman during their reigns with Alter Ego's Champions Series, available now in UFC 5.
Oliveira gave up on the overhooks. But that's the thing with a very... That's illegal. That's illegal. That's illegal.
That was illegal.
That up kick's illegal. Hold on. What are they doing here?
They got to give him a second.
Stop. Up. Up.
He's got to give him a second.
Grounded.
Yeah, absolutely an illegal strike.
Okay. All right.
Luckily, it hit his shoulder first, right? Because if that would have went straight to the face.
You want to see the doctor?
If that would have went straight to the face of Tsarukyan, he might have went down.
He says he's good.
Same position. Yes, okay.
He wants to make sure he goes back into the same position. Now he had one knee
this way a little bit. Walk over this way. Close your eyes. Close your eyes.
What's the doctor doing here?
I mean, he said he's fine.
The doctor's trying to see if he's stunned.
Okay. All right.
You good?
1 point less or what?
No, you want the position?
Yeah.
All right.
You might have
Hey,
He has 1 point less.
he was grounded. Do not do that again.
So not going to be a point deduction.
You guys good? Time in. Fight.
And we resume the action with a minute to go in the round.
Arman needs to take advantage of this position here. Oliveira's trying to control his wrist. When he controls your wrist, you got to take that elbow over the top and try to slice it into your opponent.
He's also going with a high guard here. He's trying to set something up. And Oliveira is very good at setting things up off his back. He tried to set up a triangle after he landed that up kick. Tsarukyan lands an elbow.
2 of them, back to back, by Arman.
But those overhooks by Oliveira are huge. When you fight a very high-level guard specialist, you cannot put your arms on the mat. You can't put your hands on the mat. Look at this. Oliveira switched over. Back up to his feet. Nicely done by Charles.
Nice knee by Tsarukyan, greets him on the way up.
Nice knee to the body by Charles.
Oh,
And an elbow over the top.
Spinning attack to the body lands for Tsarukyan. That round had a little bit of everything. Resolved to escape that guillotine. In round 1, here we go with round 2 of a possible 3. Oliveira in yellow, Tsarukyan in white.
Tsarukyan has a very sneaky left high kick off the front leg. He does it with no
Oh! Good right hand there by Oliveira. Tsarukyan ate that.
Fingers, Arman.
Oliveira keeping that guard closed, ate a knee to the body. Tonight's social media post brought to you by The Fall Guy, starring Ryan Gosling and Emily Blunt, only in theaters May 3rd.
Tsarukyan with a nice jab. Excellent. Look at that.
Tsarukyan told us he had a combination he wanted to finish his fight with. A Superman punch and a high kick.
Right.
He said, maybe I'll get a bonus. I said, you throw a Superman punch and then follow up with a high kick to end Charles Oliveira, you're getting the bonus, my man. But right now, he's been on his heels a little bit, but his striking does look really good.
Great scramble by Oliveira. Beautiful job getting back up to his feet.
Tsarukyan is doing a really good job with his posture. By keeping his head and chest up, it's making it difficult for Oliveira to face him. Charles needs to take that left arm back over and try to underhook Arman Tsarukyan, or he's going to get dragged down to the mat.
But if he can rotate towards his left, and if Arman does not have control of his body, he could get a hold of that guillotine.
Yep.
I mean, he's got a nasty guillotine, and that arm is in tight.
But that posture, right? The posture, he's got to stay so committed to staying upright if you're Arman Tsarukyan.
Yeah, Oliveira's putting himself in a dangerous position holding that, and Arman took advantage of it.
I love the way Arman finished that takedown right there. He took his right knee and he elevated Oliveira up off the ground and then rotated him to put him down. So he essentially shelved him with his inside knee. Beautiful takedown there by Tsarukyan.
Hart tools with over 100 power tools that all run off the same 20-volt battery. Hart, available at HartTools.com and Walmart.
Oliveira does such a good job with the overhooks. You see it again. His left arm wrapping around the right arm of Tsarukyan. That prevents a lot of the ground and pound, a lot of the posturing up. Also, it puts that right arm in danger. So he's utilizing his shoulder to try to create some space, but Oliveira's got like a crocodile clamp down on that arm. Now he's free.
Coach Dean Thomas, what do you have, good sir?
Fellas, I can't state how special the guard of Oliveira's is. However, Tsarukyan is doing such a good job of nullifying his guard just with head control. Now notice how Tsarukyan keeps his head under Oliveira's head. That nullifies his guard. That keeps him from being able to do pretty much anything. So keep an eye out for that.
Couple slicing elbows there from Oliveira. Under 2 minutes here, round 2.
Tsarukyan's got to be very careful in these transitions to get caught in a triangle.
But he picks up on it immediately. You saw right there where Charles threw his legs up. Arman immediately got his head and chest up.
Yeah.
You can't be one arm in, one arm out. You got to have both in, or you got to have them both out.
But he's very
You're defending on the top.
Can't have a better guy coaching you to face Charles Oliveira than Marcos D'Amata. Pahupa to our immediate right.
Oliveira does such a good job of avoiding the ground and pound. And a lot of it is the overhooks. Look at that overhook on the right side.
Well, you'll get one in every now and again, but you'll never get any sustained offense because he's constantly wrist fighting and he's overtime trying to hook you back in close to him.
Yeah, he's either grabbing the back of your neck or he's grabbing an overhook. Very difficult to hit him clean.
And when you're on the bottom, space is your enemy. You cannot allow your opponent to get space to land ground and pound. Right now he's controlling that, but he's losing. Right. Because Tsarukyan's controlling him and throwing punches.
Oh, some Charles open.
Oh, that one got through. Those got through. Those are big. There's another one. He's slicing with these elbows.
Because off the wrist, when Charles is holding the wrist, he sliced the elbow on the top.
Oh, Tsarukyan's getting on.
Oliveira trying to return fire with elbows off of his back, but he is leaking now late round 2.
Tsarukyan's looking up at the clock. He's probably just going to try to hold this position, get off some ground and pound. Oh, another
right hand hold.
Slicing.
Maybe a late submission attempt, perhaps not. Oh, big round 2 for Arman Tsarukyan. Main card, 7 p.m. Eastern, April 27th on ESPN. Now we'll see if Charles Oliveira can channel that shoot-to-box spirit here. Third and final round between lightweight contenders.
And if you're generous and you really value submissions, Oliveira got the big submission off in the first round with the top control. Arman controlled the second part of that round, so a very close round 1.
Yeah, very hard.
Arman round 2.
Yes.
This fight could potentially go down to this round.
It could.
Or it could be 2-0 Arman.
Yes.
But I bet Oliveira realizes now that grappling from his back, is not the best way. And Tsarukyan gets right back to the clinch. And like Dean said, Tsarukyan's doing a really good job in the head position battle. That's allowing him to control Charles Oliveira.
Nice knee to the body by Charles. And he spun him around.
Short elbow lands for Tsarukyan. Anyone's fight with under 4 minutes to go.
Boy, this is one of those fights where I really wish it was a 5-rounder.
Good job defensively there by Dubronx. But Tsarukyan has been wicked efficient with his striking game tonight.
Yeah, he has. He's done a good job of staying patient and controlled in the stand-up just to get to the point that he can enter for his takedown attempts.
The Fall Guy, starring Ryan Gosling and Emily Blunt, only in theaters May 3rd. Nice jab by Tsarukyan. Oliveira's pace has waned a little bit.
Tsarukyan's doing a really good job of keeping Oliveira pushed against the side of the octagon.
Nice kick to the body.
One thing that's missing from Charles Oliveira's game tonight is generally when guys come close in contact with him, he lands a bunch of knees. He has not been able to do that tonight. And Tsarukyan gets another takedown. His level changes and his explosiveness is so good that Charles is not having an opportunity to react.
Charles has got the neck. It's hard to see. Nope. Only has one arm.
Now perhaps the clock starting to work against Oliveira a little bit. Tsarukyan trying to maintain position. Mark Smith, the referee, watching intently overhead. Oh, Nice elbows.
Charles eventually had to let go of that neck. And now Arman is on top inside control. In a crucifix.
Tsarukyan wants to get back into that half guard though. It's just better to control when you got something controlling the bottom half.
Oh, what a beautiful back take.
Beautiful back take there by Tsarukyan.
He can't get that second hook. Charles is defending, so he let go of the back. Charles did a great job of shucking off those hooks. But Arman's on him. Nice knees to the body.
Arman has done a really good job this fight, getting to the positions that he's most comfortable in and really forcing Oliveira to fight his fight. Dealt with adversity, got through it.
Oh, he's up.
Late submission attempt here, under a minute to go from Oliveira.
Oliveira trying to get us. He's trying to give him the guillotine feel, and he's going to try to switch to the darts.
He's got it.
Yep, see? He gave him the guillotine feel. There's only 20 seconds left though.
He's in deep. He's in deep.
Oh, he's trying to finish him here.
Thumbs up there from Tsarukyan. Looks as though he may in fact survive.
Arman just stayed patient there.
There's the final horn. Tsarukyan staying composed late and believes he has done enough in rounds 2 and 3 potentially to take Charles Oliveira's #1 ranking at 155
Boy,
pounds.
this is all about how well you value submissions. Because that very tight guillotine in the first and that very tight darts attempt in the third could be pivotal in how the scoring of this fight goes. It really depends on how the judges feel.
Arman Tsarukyan pursuing a conversation here with Dana White.
Right here you see Charles land the kick, Arman falls. Charles jumps on the guillotine, had it very tight. Arman stayed patient, took his time, worked his way through the guillotine attempt. Charles ultimately got top control. Some elbows, landed some good shots on top until Arman reversed him. Second round, all Tsarukyan. He did a beautiful job taking him down, controlling Charles Oliveira. Third round, great control again by Arman Tsarukyan. Fought a very good fight in that third round. Only mistake he made was this submission attempt.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. Mike Bell scores the contest. 29-28, Oliveira. Adelaide Burr scores it, 29-28, Tsarukyan. And Rob McCarthy has it, 29-28, for the winner by split decision, Arman
The fan base, when I say we have just been jonesing to see them lock the door behind these two gentlemen. That is Dan Hooker in black, Mateusz Gamrot in white. Here we go, folks. We'll see if Gamrot shoots early. We'll see the extent to which Hooker can find a home for some of his long-range weapons.
One of the ways to keep a guy off of wrestling you is to make him move backwards. It's hard to back up and then shoot. Gamrot needs to be trying to go forward to set up his takedowns.
Hooker told us in the fighter meeting he hasn't switched stances much in fight, seeing a lot of footwork early out of Dan.
To think that Dan Hooker fought 145 is crazy. He looks big at 155.
Yeah. Well, we've been banging the drum when it comes to this revamped City Kickboxing Strength and Conditioning program, but in talking to Kai Kara-France, Dan Hooker, and Izzy, all of them just were glowing in terms of what Eugene Behrman has helped them do. The coaches, of course, on the S&C side, aligning with Olympic minds in New Zealand. They all look fantastic.
Olympic Mines was responsible for the strength and conditioning of the Australian Olympic team. Just ended in Paris.
Ooh.
Oh!
Nice entry by Gamrot.
Nice right hand. It's already clipped Hooker a little bit.
Yep.
That right hand.
A little mouse and now a cut actually to the left of Dan Hooker's left eye already.
Gamrot likes to time that shot with his head on the outside of the hip.
Good body kick by Hooker a moment ago. Gamrot attacks low.
One of the things about Gamrot is he's been pretty one-dimensional. He's finding his range now with the strikes. That opens up that.
That's the head on the outside single he likes.
If you can land punches, then when you level change, they aren't expecting it as much. It's got to be very frustrating for Dan Hooker. Now notice this left leg, or right leg of Dan Hooker. Watch how Gamrot tries to keep it elevated on his hip. That's so important when trying to stack a guy from doing this, getting back to their feet.
When I watch Gamrot, the gift he has is keeping you down.
No, look at
After
it.
he
Look
takes
at his
you
right
down,
leg.
you can't get up.
Look at Hooker's right leg. Every time Hooker tries to get to the fence, he just attacks the right leg and gets it up to try to walk him away from it. It's amazing that he does that to all these guys.
So each way that you'll see Hooker lean to, that's the leg he lifts.
Yep.
And it's controlling the bottom leg at all times.
Back to the center of the octagon as we cross the midpoint of round one.
This is where Hooker said, I will win. I'll get up, I'll escape, and then he's going to be tired from the wrestling, and that's when I'm going to land the heavy shot I need to.
Oh!
Oh, he hurt him.
Another right hand, and now guillotine.
Gamrot dropping for a submission here. Hooker wise to it. Furious start for Poland's Gamrot.
Oh my goodness.
He's very busy, always on top, too.
Aggressive tonight.
Always.
Oh my goodness.
Felt like he was pretty aggressive in our fighter meeting too, just in terms of the overall confidence in the matchup, his ability to impose his will upon Dan, and what a start for Gamrot.
Well, one of my favorite fights of all time was watching Tsarukyan and Gamrot fight. Just an amazing fight between two young guys who you knew would be very valuable in this weight class.
Gamrot coming in tonight with 3 straight wins. Jalen Turner, Rafael Fiziev, and Rafael Dos Anjos. Back-to-back wins for Hooker coming in.
Hooker's no stranger to early damage and coming back either.
Oh man. Remember he broke his arm? Was that last fight or 2 fights ago?
Yep.
He's one of the toughest guys in this entire... Oh, hurt him
big
bad.
left hook for Dan Hooker now!
Gamrot's hurt!
Gamrot hurt under a minute to go,
Oh,
round
it's
one!
bad.
Another left hand now, a right from Hooker! The RAC arena waiting to explode!
Hooker's got very underrated power, and he's confident in it. He knows if I connect, you'll go down. He's hurt Gamrot bad.
He hurt Gamrot bad with that left hook.
I'm not sure the extent to which Gamrot has recovered! Gamrot now in on a single.
Hooker should not be throwing punches there. He should have been trying to get out of that position.
Gamrot's gathering himself right now.
Oh my goodness.
Hooker's on him, he knows it. Keep him on his heels, and it's hard for Gamrot to shoot when he's on his heels like this.
Man, Dan Hooker is a savage.
No doubt, big mouse, and now cut under the right eye of Hooker. What a round! Awesome. Distribution of this copyright work is illegal and punishable under law. So that big Dan Hooker connection on the ear momentarily stumbled Mateusz Gamrot, but you see all the damage he doled out on the feet as well. A lot of scar tissue, I would think, for Hooker, though, too.
Yeah. Well, he's in these types of fights constantly.
Yeah. Body kick for the Hangman.
He's looking great. Hooker is looking great. He stays in this fight. Gamrot can't find a way to get inside on the legs the way he wants to. He's stuck on the outside range. There's a nice shot. He waits for the kick and then connects off that. You got to do that, because if you just try to shoot on Hooker, he's able to defend. He waited for the kick and followed that in. Great read by Gamrot.
Gamrot 3 for 6 on his takedown attempts thus far.
I mean, look at his grappling, the way he passes the guard like butter that way.
He's not fully passing. No, look at him keep that leg in there.
Doesn't need to.
He
wants
wanted
to
to try
keep
to
him
keep him
pinned.
in, on the bottom.
Keeping him pinned, got that head and arm. Looking to keep Hooker here as long as he can.
Side control is a hard position in MMA today because you're not controlling their legs. Now you see Gamrot getting his hand to try to control the hips of Dan Hooker. Hooker should try to go underhook and then try to get that left underhook and then get the right arm under the belly of Gamrot also to try to shove him over his head as he bridges.
Gamrot feels all the adjustments, and that's why he's got the hand in between the legs, because Hooker's going for the underhook, and that stops that underhook.
It stops him from getting to a hip.
Yep.
Every time because Dan, in order to control that underhook and really start the process of getting up, you got to leverage a hip. So every time he does that, he goes and just collects his hips with his hands.
Arm triangle is here for the taking. Let's see if he takes it. Hooker felt it.
One submission win in the octagon for Mateusz Gamrot via Kimura, 5 for his career, but he hasn't been some crazy submission threat in the UFC thus far.
He tends to out-position you with ground and pound until he gets the submission, and if he can't out-position you, he usually doesn't get the submission. But right now, that's what he's doing. He's blanketing Hooker to try to get some of that energy out of him so he doesn't have all that knockout power.
Hooker should try to even go to his knees to start trying to build up. Give him your back. He's not a great submission guy. You can give your back to try to get back to your feet. That's smart right there by Dan Hooker. He's got to now attack the hands. There it is. Very smart by Hooker, just saying, okay, take this position. I'm going to use it to get up to my feet.
I like the pressure right away when he gets up. This is the key for Hooker. Pressure, go to the body. Because he knows Gamrot's tired after that wrestling.
Nice connection by Gamrot.
Yeah. Gamrot's hands look good.
Yeah, man.
His hands look really good tonight. He seems much more comfortable on his striking than he has normally. And he's choosing to strike right now because most times he's forced to have to strike. Tonight, when Hooker starts the escape process, he just lets him go because he's finding success with his hands.
Well, and sometimes you wonder if these wrestling types had to just compete as kickboxers, how they'd fare. Some would do better than you think.
Head on the outside single, that's his favorite shot.
Guillotine, guillotine. He used that to get himself up.
Great defense by Hooker there. That's what's so hard. You could have the best wrestling in the world, but when guillotines and front chokes are allowed, it defends the wrestling a lot of times.
This is where Hooker needs to start trying to take his hands, push at the hips of Gamrot so he can't build back his base, and then try to escape. This is good, right? Landing elbows, but the fence is going to get you taken down.
Hooker making these elbows count. Man, this Gamrot just absolutely relentless.
He is a grinder in the highest order, man. This guy just stays on you. He just attacks your will. He's not trying to just beat the man. He's trying to take this fighting spirit out of you by just pressuring you.
Hooker not looking for any separation immediately. Right back on Gamrot. Final seconds of round 2.
You know what's the craziest thing? It seems as though we have a fight where Gamrot might have won 2 rounds. But round 1, after watching Tai Tuivasa win all 3 rounds on one judge's scorecard, I would not feel good if I'm Mateusz Gamrot.
All right, third and final round. Mateusz Gamrot in white, Dan Hooker in black.
I like that, John. I like that something was done here in Australia about that.
I love how Hooker's going in that pressure right away. He knows,
he's got to stop throwing up the middle there, though. Gamrot's catching those kicks.
That guillotine is doing him a lot of justice. That's how he's defending all the takedowns with that guillotine.
Yep. Hooker should right away turn away from him. Let him take your back. Start trying to get back to your feet. Gamrot has got to find a way to... Did he grab it?
I did not see a fence grab. Did you see it?
Well, I just heard the ref say, don't grab the fence. I don't know if that hand was in there, but it...
Well,
Gamrot can't keep him off of him.
Anybody's fight with 4 minutes to go. A lot of Dan Hooker scorecards out there in round 2.
We have not seen Gamrot look this uncomfortable in a long time. He looks very uncomfortable on his heels. He can't time the shots exactly the way he wants to.
Yeah.
Well, and I think Dan Hooker would tell you the 2022 version of him would not have realized this much success against Mateusz Gamrot.
He's improving, you know. And to say that he's saying, I just got good.
Yeah.
This guy's been around forever, and he's been in some tremendous fights.
Hooker has Gamrot on the retreat here in perpetual forward motion. Nice body shot by Hooker.
But that right hand from Gamrot landed.
It did. Oh,
Another
as
one.
did that. Ooh, that's a big right hand from Gamrot.
You can see Hooker's really determined that the pressure is going to pour on, add up, and get him the results that he wants. And that's why, even though he's eating shots, he just keeps marching forward. It's the path of least resistance, because if you give Gamrot the forward pressure, he can set up his takedowns.
Well, and he's got to rely on the visuals, right? Every round at the end, Gamrot's the one that's under pressure. He's kind of falling down, taking bad shots. It doesn't look great for Mateusz as these rounds are ending.
Striking numbers essentially a dead heat. 5 takedowns on 11 attempts for Gamrot. Both fighters landing close. 2.5 minutes to go, and for Dan Hooker, potentially half a round away from realizing a top 5 ranking at lightweight. Nice jab by Gamrot.
Nice stick. He's landed a few of them this round. Gamrot's fighting a good round this round.
He looks sharp. That's his favorite takedown right there. That head on the outside, but Hooker's done such a good job going after the guillotine.
Oh, good defense by
Great
Dan Hooker.
defense. That time he defended it outright rather than going for a submission.
Ooh, right hand gets through for Hooker. Uppercut from Gamrot. His striking has really looked sharp tonight.
Way better than it used to be. But you can also tell that Hooker's just a little cleaner than Gamrot when he does throw.
You saw right there, Gamrot had a takedown, but he didn't go for it because Hooker is defended so well. You got in on the hips and just say, you know what, let me exit the pocket.
Yeah, Hooker gives you no time to reset whatsoever.
There's a nice shot. Let's see if he can do anything with it.
Looked like Hooker just offered up a protest that his glove was getting grabbed. Seemingly anybody's round with a minute and change to go, and you can say the same for the fight.
So hard to take him down.
Oh, again, he's trying to attack that guillotine.
Sunk in.
He has used that guillotine beautifully.
Gamrot's left eye nearly shut.
You're just staying right in the pocket with Gamrot, not giving him any space to breathe.
Oh, nice right hand by Dan Hooker.
Oh! Back to the clinch we go. What an absolute war.
Yeah, what a fight.
In arguably the UFC's deepest division.
They both showed up. Neither of them disappointed anybody with this matchup.
Can you imagine if we had a couple more rounds?
Oh, they deserve it. What a performance from both these guys. Incredible fight.
About 10 seconds away from a standing ovation here inside RAC Arena.
Incredible defense by Hooker. His wrestling defense has improved so much.
Huge left hook late from Hooker. What a fight. Dan Hooker, Mateusz Gamrot go the distance in front of the adoring masses here in Perth.
No easy rounds with Hooker.
Right here you see the fight. Dan Hooker getting dropped early in the fight, getting cut early by Mateusz Gamrot. Gamrot then was able to take him down and land a lot of damage on the ground. But then Dan Hooker gets up, drops Mateusz Gamrot with a beautiful left hook. Then in the second round, Gamrot was able to get a takedown early. Hooker worked his way back to his feet. Gamrot with a beautiful shovel right hand. Then another takedown by Mateusz Gamrot. But then right here is when Dan Hooker started to use a guillotine to defend takedowns. Right hand lands for Gamrot. Hooker with a beautiful right hand.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. Mick Meany scores the contest, 29-28, Gamrot. Mark Christie scores it, 29-28, Hooker. And Ben Cartlidge scores the contest, 29-28 for the winner by split decision, Dan the Hangman Hooker.
One of a possible 3 between Olivier Mercier, who is in red, and Arman Tsarukyan, who is in white. Fast and Furious presents Hobbs and Shaw, starring Dwayne Johnson and Jason Statham, in theaters August 2nd. And by the way, OAN, 12th UFC appearance, he said Tsarukyan is the best opponent I've ever faced in the UFC. So.
I would agree with him. And I think on the feet is where Tsarukyan is going to have a big advantage. Mercier is a spectacular grappler. But look at this. Arman is the one who shoots for the takedown first. Look at really compromised that knee there. That was a bad position for it. Mercier turns him around.
Mercier out of his patented southpaw stance goes high. Tsarukyan catches the kick.
Yeah. And we saw a lot of this in the Makhachev fight, a lot of scrambles from Arman. And we saw, for a young kid, a very high level and composed game with just an excellent repertoire of skills. His arsenal is like very, very diverse. And it's one of the reasons why so many people are so excited about him. It's because not that he does anything well, but he does everything well.
Right. Master of sport and wrestling and mixed martial arts, but again, one of these, fighters born in the mid-1990s who was mixing the martial arts very early on in his combat sports career. OAM able to squirm out, just over 3 minutes here to go in the round. Little axe kick there. Tsarukyan controlling the dance here early on.
Oh, he ate that knee. Nice timing on that knee by Mercier. Oh, and good kick there as well. Tsarukyan does a really good job of catching that leg and cranking on that knee and lifting it up high.
Yes, put pressure on that knee, pressure on that knee. Beautiful, that is good.
Arman able to drag OAM down to the canvas here.
Wrist control, wrist control. Beautiful, pressure on that knee, pressure on that knee.
Arman trying to get to the back of Mercier. Olivier being very calm here, waiting for his moment. He got his right leg back under him, but immediately Tsarukyan made the adjustment and brought him back down again. But now Olivier's back up on his feet, and Arman immediately drags him to the ground.
Man, there just aren't a lot of guys physically who can do this to Mercier. Under 90 seconds here to go, round 1.
He's trying to get to the back here, but he's getting a little low. The kid is very technical for someone who's just 22 years old. He doesn't have a weak position. I mean, his stand-up is technical, his ground, he doesn't have like holes in his game, which you would expect.
Well, at first, Mercier said, I didn't love the matchup. You're talking about a guy who's 0-1 in the UFC, and then he started watching film, and he said, man, you know, with all the big names on my resume that I've fought, Evan Dunham, Alexander Hernandez, Gilbert Burns, this is the best guy, skill for skill, that I've faced, and thus a big opportunity.
Yeah, it's because of the extreme respect that people have for Islam Makhachev. He's really working hard to try to get to the back here of Arman Mercier. And Olivier being very patient, recognizing the danger of this position.
Nice knees by Tsarukyan.
There's real power to those.
Well, this fence is getting a good workout early tonight. Big elbow from Arman. Wall-to-wall on ESPN. All right, round 2 here. Olivier Mercier getting instructions there from Richard Ho and Firas Zahabi.
Ooh, Arman's throwing heat.
Very nice hook.
Arman Mercier's got a powerful left leg.
Yeah, that kick was authoritative for the Canadian underdog. Good entry by Tsarukyan. Good balance by Mercier.
Let's see if Arman Mercier can defend now. He does. He circles out. Nicely done. And let's see if he can turn this around and perhaps bring Arman to the ground.
Nemiroff, bold character since 1872.
Good trip, but look at the recovery by Arman.
There's the takedown defense thus far. Tsarukyan just 1 for 7.
And because of the fact that Tsarukyan stands in that orthodox stance, it opens up that kick from the southpaw stance of Arman Mercier. And there it is. There it is again, to the body. Oh, now he went to the knee. That was a hard shot. He may have hurt him there. Oh, he hit him hard there, to the face. He's in trouble. That was a big shot. Arman Mercier just tried to get to the back, but Arman sensed it and got a hold of the leg.
OAM wise to try to get back to the feet. We'll see if Arman has recovered.
Olivier, he's got to be careful going to the well one too many times with that kick, especially because he's not setting it up with punches. Arman knows it's coming now. Let's see if he's got an answer for it.
Under 2.5 now here to go, round 2.
Arman landed that one, but I think it went low. There it is again. That's definitely the biggest striking weapon in Olivier's arsenal.
Yeah, he's throwing it with more conviction tonight, as has been the case in the past. Tsarukyan enters again here.
Well, once he hurt him in the first round, I think he knows that's his best shot. And I think he's been surprised by Arman's grappling, which is usually Olivier's suit.
Right.
That's his strong suit. But Arman is neutralizing him. But you got to think that in the first round, the amount of time that Arman controlled him and was behind him, was trying to take him down, and forced Olivier into a defensive position, that's got to ring on the judges, even though Olivier did hurt him.
Yep, I would agree. Tsarukyan now unofficially 1 for 9 on his takedown attempts. Caught OAM on the way in with a left hand there.
Yeah, he's trying to time it now because he knows it's coming, and Olivier's not setting it up with punches. There it is. Woo!
Beautiful.
Steam on that. Arman with a spinning back kick attempt.
1 minute now to go, round 2. Good job by Mercier to raise that left hand.
Yeah. Oh, he went with an uppercut that time. Beautiful adjustment by Arman. And that just shows you his IQ, his fight IQ is very high.
Incredible, 22.
Got clipped there with that right hook, though. And Arman just ate a jab as well.
Mercier gaining confidence on the feet. Nice head movement there by the Canadian. Again, attacking that body of Arman Tsarukyan.
But that time he set it up with the jab. He showed him the jab, but with no intention of hitting him with it. He was just trying to get him to react to it so he could launch that kick. And it was successful.
Final seconds of the second round. Tsarukyan throwing offense Mercier's way. Trying to secure that first UFC win tonight. Turned pro back in 2015. Oh, big right hand early for the Georgian.
Another one. And look at that. Feinted with the right and then dropped down for the single.
Nice left hand from Arman Tsarukyan.
Good 1-2 attempt there from Oliveira.
Arman is just constantly offensively fighting. Oh, nice knee from the Canadian there. Now Mercier closes the distance.
And Oliveira working very hard here to try to secure a takedown of his own, which he's been unable to do in this fight so far. But not for lack of trying. Almost had it, winds up on the bottom.
Wow.
But he might not he might not mind this. He's very good offensively off of his back.
Tsarukyan staying heavy on top here, under 3.5 to go.
Well, if he could get off some damage here and just maintain this position, it's very difficult to score for Oliveira. Now, for Oliveira, it's imperative that he threaten for the bottom or at least do something to get back up to his feet. He can't just lay here in full guard. If he does, he's going to lose the fight. He's got to do something offensively off of his back. And Tsarukyan is giving him some opportunities. He's putting his hands on the mat.
Brief attempt there to try to get out by Mercier, but seems content to play off of his back here. A couple nice elbows.
Good elbows from the bottom by Mercier.
Those may have served to wake up Arman, who is trying to get his ground and pound going now.
But Olivier's not going to win this fight with elbows off of his back. He's going to have to do something else.
Improve the position. Let's work.
And Mark Goddard's not impressed with it either. Arman trying to pass over that right leg.
2 minutes. Tsarukyan trying to posture up and land that left hand.
Olivier's got to be desperate here. He cannot keep this position. He's got to get up. He's got to get feet on the hips. He's got to push him off. He's got to do something where there's a scramble and he has the opportunity to get back up to his feet. Because if he stays here, he will lose.
Well, and he's working very close to his corner. You wonder what the message is there.
He's looking for a triangle, but look, Arman just shakes it off. Again, this kid doesn't have any weaknesses.
And he can keep a serious pace up
Oh,
for 15
arm triangle
minutes.
attempt here from the bottom, not good. Too slippery too. He gave it a shot, but Arman very aware of it, but they're both so greased up right now with sweat.
Oh, nice elbow.
Yeah, he's being active from the top. He does not want this to be stood up because with 50 seconds to go, if he could just stay here, he's most likely going to secure a decision.
And to your point, if you're OAM in a close fight, 40 seconds to go, you've spent the bulk of this third round on your back. You got to go.
Yeah, you got to take a chance of being submitted or do something where you're gonna lose on a decision. The only way you're gonna possibly win is to put yourself in a position where you might get submitted. He's got to make a scramble. He's got to let go of that guard and try to push him off, and try to get feet on the hips, or try to sweep. But this is not going to do anything. They're not going to stand him up, and now he's in half guard.
All right, so there it is. OAM and Arman Tsarukyan go the distance. This fight replay is brought to you by Nemiroff, a bold character since 1872.
There's that big head kick earlier. He caught him with a little bit of knee and a little bit of shin there and rocked him. And this was probably the biggest shot of the fight. That knee made his legs give out. But the third and probably the most critical round of the fight was all Arman. Oliveira really didn't get much off there. He made an attempt at a takedown, but Arman reversed the position and stayed on.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. All 3 judges score this contest 29-28 for the winner by unanimous decision, Arman Tsarukyan.
Ready, let's smash it up, come on.
Here we go. Black trunks for Oakland's own. Red trunks for the Brit. And he looks to dive for that leg very early.
And he'll go for it from anywhere. Trying to close the distance here. Immediately trying to crowd Hooker.
Hooker utilizing the jab, Kenny. Trying to keep Entwistle off him.
He's more used to butting forward and Entwistle forcing him to try to counter and land those jabs going backwards. Smart strategy there from Ian Entwistle.
Entwistle trying to put Hooker on the back of the cage, and then Hooker tried to get in position. Now they go to the ground.
And he tried to go for that scissor takedown and attack that leg. Now trying to elevate. He may be trying to go to a leg clamp here. Ashigarami guard, and he's going for it. Here's a heel hook. It's very tight.
Can he get it?
He needs to get an angle on it. Really trying to pressure now. Hooker staying calm. He's fighting hands, which he needs to do. But he's kind of stuck up against the cage, which is going to complicate his escape here.
Hooker trying to be patient. That's the key, isn't it, Kenny?
Yes, he is. He's staying very calm.
Still got that leg caught, though.
It's very tight now. He's going the inside heel hook, which is perhaps the most dangerous of the leg locks. Hooker's got to fight hands. Oh, that's very tight now. Entwistle now getting a nice bite on that heel. You see that? He's popping it up. He needs to create a little bit more space, though.
Good elbow. Daniel Hooker trying to strike to get Entwistle to give away his submission attempt.
Now Hooker trying to make him pay with short strikes, short elbows, and punches.
Trying to open him up with a Kenny Florian elbow.
That's right. Hooker doing some damage there. He's got his left foot now to block Hooker.
A specialist, as you mentioned.
And Entwistle now really trying to torque. But it's those long limbs of Hooker that's saving him here. He's been able to get wrist control and prevent full leverage on that inside heel hook.
Midway point of round 1.
Hooker now trying to triangle his legs.
Good shots there. His leg isn't as much in danger, so he was able to tee off a bit. But he's got to be careful.
Yeah, he's got to be careful with his arm now. Entwistle may trying to combo and go for that arm.
Again with an elbow. And again.
Entwistle needs to take his left leg and push Hooker away. He needs to take his left leg, slide it inside the hips, and push him away. And that's why Hooker is landing these shots.
He opened him up, Kenny. Cut him up near the hairline with those elbows. I was just going to ask you, how many strikes do you take trying to complete a submission? Seems like too many here.
Yeah, absolutely. I think he's got to switch things up here. It's been about 40 or 50 elbows now.
These are huge right here. Hooker could finish the fight.
Right backhand! Right back!
It's all over! Oakland's own Daniel Hooker wins his UFC debut.
He stayed calm. He was fighting hands. He countered beautifully, and he made him pay when it counted. Short elbows, short left hands. Excellent debut from Daniel Hooker.
Take a listen to the crowd. How good is this?
And it's only the second fight of the night.
But it's one of their own. Vicious elbows, Kenny.
Yeah, he just stayed calm, and everyone thinks he got to wind up on these elbows, but no, he just went for speed, he went for accuracy, was going for the same spot again and again, opened Entwistle up. And Ian did such a good job. He was in great position. He just couldn't separate and get space to get that inside heel hook. Hooker made him pay. Oh, and once he saw the blood, he turned, kind of went into that fetal position, and Hooker just went for the kill. Beautiful job from Daniel Hooker.
Looking for the submission.
Ladies and gentlemen, the end comes officially at the time. 3 minutes, 34 seconds, round number 1. Referee Steve Percival puts a halt to the contest. Stoppage due to elbow strikes. Your winner by TKO victory, New Zealand's own Daniel the Hangman Hooker!
As the highly touted prospect, now ranked contender on the rise, he's in the red. This fight clock is brought to you by Modelo. Christos Giagos looking to cash that big underdog ticket is in the white.
Yes, he was making his walk, I was saying. The wrestling on Tsarukyan is ridiculous. And then also when you combine that with the striking ability that he has and the diverse arsenal that he also has is a real problem for a lot of people. Only person to beat him so far in the octagon is Islam Makhachev. And as we know, that guy is the real deal. And in fact, he wants to fight him again. And most people, you're not hearing people call out Islam Makhachev.
Tsarukyan spent the last 6 weeks at American Top Team down in Florida. And Christos Giagos, 1 month ago, moved to Florida to train at Sanford MMA. So similar circles in South Florida. Giagos able to win that scramble.
Yeah, nicely done. I haven't seen that happen before. Really heavy hips, good position now. Let's see what Tsarukyan's got off his back. Typically, we see him in the driver's seat in the top position. Let's see what he can do off his back.
Get his wrist. Pull him towards his wrist. Get his wrist.
Corner of Giagos saying, get his wrist.
Get that wrist.
You see the hand that's round the back, they want him to grab the wrist, but Tsarukyan's almost up.
Hands on the brake.
Nicely done.
Head position good. Hips in.
Grab my glove. Second appearance.
Don't grab inside.
Keep him there.
Keep your fingers out.
Yep, the protest is the glove from Giagos. Giagos, as I was about to say, second appearance of 2021. He fought in front of a full crowd in Houston back in May. Got a performance of the night bonus win over Sean Soriano, who he now trains with, oddly enough. And he's certainly riding the best form of his career.
Yeah, Giagos.
Wins in 4 of his last 5.
He's a complete threat. Excellent.
Oh, Tsarukyan backs him up. Tsarukyan is bouncing now.
This is it. They're heavy shots.
Hammering away with the left, now with the right. This one could be close to done. Wow, Arman Tsarukyan. That's what he wanted. An exclamation point and a first round finish in Vegas.
That was incredible. And Giagos got off to a really good start, defended that takedown, got on top, got top position. But I'm telling you, Arman Tsarukyan is the real deal. You got to keep an eye on this guy.
Just 24 years old.
Let's take a look. Throws the kick, Boom! Left hook on the chin, puts him down, sees he's hurt, and then starts swarming all over him. He was doing a good job of covering up as well, and Herb Dean gave Christos Giagos a lot of opportunity because he was defending well, but it was just the power of those shots. The ground and pound was absolutely phenomenal, and the vicious intent of every single blow that he was throwing. Herb Dean had no choice. Wow.
Ladies and gentlemen, the end comes at the official time, 2 minutes, 9 seconds. Round number 1, we have your winner by TKO, Arman Tsarukyan.
Dan the Hangman Hooker, minus 140 betting favorite here tonight against a man in James Vick, who is known for placing a wager or two. Certainly has some action on himself tonight in that plus 110 range.
Man, that's where you are. Your hard work pays off. Ready? Ready? Let's go to work. Come on.
The Texecutioner James Vick out of Fort Worth is in black. Dan Hooker is in gray.
I love this because neither of these guys have faced anybody as tall as one another in this octagon yet. So to see how they mix it up would be interesting. The strikes all change when you got someone just as tall as you.
Vick was in a co-main event against Paul Felder in February and had that calf compromised in round 1. And Dan Hooker attacks it early tonight.
And he checks the first one. I think he learned something. Those calf kicks hurt. You don't prepare.
It was hard for me to see if he checked it. I will take your word for it.
Hooker's looking for it early. He knows. There it is.
Right. Some weight cuts have been easier for James Vick than others, but he has never missed weight, and this one was among the easier. Hooker with a nice flurry there.
And I like to see Vick go first, because when he sits and waits for punches, like I said, his hands don't really stay glued to his face, and sometimes you get around his defense. So being first can usually stop all that. Keep Hooker on his heels and be first if you're Vick.
Oh, nice 1-2 from Dan Hooker.
And you see that Vick's hands kind of go out and reach. He's looking to catch your hands. And if his hands could stay glued a little bit. Oh, there we go. When he goes first, it does damage. That's where Vick is so effective.
Right.
And in these front choke scenarios, exactly.
Hooker took a 7-month break in terms of active competition after that Barboza fight. Says his coaches and his team kind of saved him from himself. Nice vision there by Hooker to duck underneath that Vick offering. Ooh.
Vick doing a great job keeping that leg safe in this matchup. Last fight, didn't do so well at that. Good adjustment.
It has been a huge 12 months for City Kickboxing and Eugene Behrman. Israel Adesanya emerging to win a world championship. Of course, big knockdown for Dan Hooker. Vick's out!
That's it.
The Hangman back in a massive way tonight! Wow! And after 9 consecutive decisions to open this card in San Antonio, Dan the Hangman Hooker closes the show.
Joey, I love you.
Wow.
Vick goes out to parry the hands. He's going to reach here. You see him reaching for the hands and throwing a punch at the same time. I mean, just gets caught in the mix. You got to keep your hands glued to your chin or move your head a lot. Here we see again. He's looking for a counter hook. Gets caught with his own hook by Hooker. Follows it up, gets the finish. I mean, just beautiful timing by Hooker, but really, that's just a trade-off.
James Vick can only look up at the referee, but what a response for Dan Hooker, who vaults right back into lightweight contention. We'll talk to Dan Hooker after this as we continue live from San Antonio.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Kerry Hatley has called a stop to this contest at 2 minutes, 33 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by knockout, Dan the Hangman Hooker.
He has the
favorite in the matchup. Joel Alvarez, a very dangerous plus 210 underdog. One of just a few fighters on the roster from Spain. He's in the gold.
Yeah, I think when you see Arman as the favorite, I think they're looking at the quality of competition that he's beaten, but also the wrestling ability that Arman has. That's one thing that stands out between the two of them. However, Arman needs to be careful. Joseph Duffy found out the wrong way. Joseph Duffy, obviously a tremendous fighter. He shot in on Fight Island against Joel Alvarez and immediately was caught in a guillotine.
And Arman, I mean, he's a fantastic striker in his own right. You just saw there, right? They traded jabs. Wow, and see,
watch
look
out.
at how immediately Joel Alvarez is already working
He's
his guard as soon as he
submission.
hits the mat. But I feel that Tsarukyan is good enough to stifle a lot of that. And that's where I worry for Alvarez. If this fight does take place primarily on the mat, yes, of course he can submit. He does have the skills. But I feel like Arman Tsarukyan is talented enough to avoid a lot of the submissions that he would throw up and control him on the ground.
Well, being 6'3", so long, tall, thin as well, he's going to have to watch the guard because a lot of submissions are available to Joel Alvarez right now, particularly triangles with those long legs, so he's got to be careful.
Alvarez has 7 wins by triangle in his career. 16 of his 19 finished victories have come by submission. 3.5 to go. And Tsarukyan doing a good job in top position so far.
Trying to pass to half guard, push it down on that knee, he's going to step over. Good job by Alvarez. Got to watch that arm. He was isolating an arm there. It was at risk of being Kimura'd.
And you see Alvarez really trying to prevent Tsarukyan from stepping over that knee. He's got that butterfly hook. He's going to use that potentially to get his guard back or sweep. There he goes. He gets full guard.
As I said, in full guard, the long, thinner frame of Alvarez will be an advantage. But if he passes to half guard, it's going to be at a disadvantage. He's not going to be as strong, and he can pin him down, hold him down, look for his own submissions, and chip away with elbows as well. So getting past that first leg, getting to half guard is going to be a key battle here for Arman Tsarukyan.
Swings to the side. Alvarez looking for something here.
Slides the knee over. Let's go, abandons. He's going to pass now.
2 minutes to go, first round. Paul, as you mentioned, Tsarukyan is just so with it in the grappling arts that he was one step ahead of Alvarez with anything he tried there, and now launching his own submission attempt.
Yeah, he's got to watch his neck there if he's trying to get back up. But at what point, as I was just going to say, does Alvarez abandon trying to throw up these submission attempts from the bottom and try to get back up to his feet and make this a striking battle? Because right now he's just being controlled, and I feel like Tsarukyan can do this for 3 rounds.
Yes,
no problem.
He's done it.
Yeah, at some point you have to abandon that kind of game plan. You have confidence in your submission abilities. You've got 16 on your record. You know, I mean, clearly the man can drop an armbar or 2 if he needs to. Talking of armbars, got to be careful right there.
Yeah, he's trying to lock it up,
But at some point you're going to say, right, I've given up an entire round here. It's time to get back to the feet. Push on the head, try and shrimp.
Good elbow.
Shrimp back to the fence, and then get to your feet.
I like this from Tsarukyan. If he's going to sit there in the guard and control, you might as well take advantage of it and land some good shots. He's landed a few good elbows from this position. He's just got to be careful that he's not overextending, giving Alvarez an opportunity to snatch up one of those arms. But so far, see how he's always swimming his arms, keeping them on the chest, watching. And when he gets too close, he'll pull out of the position and get back to a base. So that's a beautiful elbow. I think that split him open, Michael.
Oh, yeah.
Sure did.
Oh, yeah.
And now that's a problem. He's bleeding badly. This could be stopped.
Again.
Final 20 seconds of the round.
Oh, my
Alvarez.
gosh. He's masked in blood. That's in his eyes. That's over.
Look at that.
They're probably going to stop this in between rounds, guys.
If we
That is
that's
insane.
bad.
Final
That's a bad
10
cut.
seconds. Chris Tione got a good look at it when Alvarez looked
Oh,
back.
and another one. And they're skimming off. Do you know what I mean, Michael? How they just raise the skin.
We're not going anywhere. We're keeping it between rounds. Chris Tione immediately calls for the position. I believe that cut. Is there something on the bridge of the nose?
Bien.
It's right between the eyes.
Tranquilos.
Stay calm, stay calm.
That's a lot of blood. But a few more shots.
Here we go.
And that's
that's going right into his left eye.
I mean, I remember Liana Jojua had a cut like that on Fight Island, just one of them, and they stopped it. This one has more blood.
Look at that, nicely done. He's gonna watch the neck though. Past the side control, very nice.
That's what I'm talking about for Tsarukyan. He's aware of those. Like, he's not going to put himself, and now he's got a choke of his own.
And then here's trouble when you lean back and that cut opens up and it pools in your eyes. Big time problems.
Yeah, Yoel Alvarez is going to have a hard time seeing anything from his back.
We're talking of big time problems.
Gosh.
Arman Tsarukyan is a big time problem
Yeah,
in this
sure
lightweight
is.
division. I'm telling you, I mean, on the feet, very fast, very technical. The wrestling is ridiculous and clearly has a vast knowledge of jiu-jitsu. Very powerful, a hell of an athlete. And he's looking for a submission of his own though. He's thinking about a Doris. He let it go.
Another elbow right on that same spot. Oh, beautiful elbows here.
He's hurt.
Tione's going to let this one last.
And for Alvarez, unfortunately, he doesn't know where any of these shots are coming from. He's defending blind right now.
Wow. Covering up.
I think it should be stopped.
Tsarukyan hammering away, and perhaps it is in just a moment.
Just because
back to his
he can't
feet.
defend properly. I'm not saying Yoel Alvarez is not tough enough to get through this. But a cut like that, even though it's not, going to stop the fight, it's preventing him from being able to defend himself properly, especially from the ground. But he's a G. I mean, look at him trying to get back up and fighting through a mask of blood right now.
Covering up. Tsarukyan hammering away.
His corner telling Arman he's ready to stop, he's ready to give in. Keep going, keep pouring on the pressure. And that's exactly what he needs to do. They don't even need to land flush. When the referee is that concerned, when there's that amount of blood, and you're landing
That's
shots.
gonna do it.
Nice work.
This guy's a big problem at 155 pounds. He is Arman Tsarukyan. His win streak continues at the apex, and yes, that's 2 in a row by knockouts.
Nice work there from Arman Tsarukyan. This kid just keeps evolving. Look at him. I mean, he's built like a brick house. He goes out there. He can wrestle, dump you all over the place, submit you, landing elbows from top position. Really strong ground and pound. And his striking is also phenomenal.
All right, let's take a look. This elbow here started that horrifying display of blood. Perfectly placed. Just opened him up immediately, and then from there, that gave him so much confidence. I mean, he controlled him there for the rest of the first round. Round 2, took him down and got him here, and then just started pouring on more and more elbows, controlled the wrist, pounded away with the left hand. You see the head shaking from the impact here. An incredible performance, very, very dominant against his best opponent yet.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Chris Tione has called a stop to this contest at 1 minute, 57 seconds of round number 2. Declaring the winner by TKO, Arman Tsarukyan.
Knuckles. Ill-fated buffer fist bump. I don't know. I don't know.
Hey guys, watch the early right knee of Hooker because Durinho likes to throw that overhand right. And sometimes your head goes towards that back knee, and Hooker has a very good feel for knees, timing-wise. He'll time you very well on the inside.
I mentioned City Kickboxing, the gym that Dan Hooker represents in Auckland, New Zealand. This is the biggest fight week in the history of that camp. Adesanya got them off on the right foot last night.
Burns with a beautiful spinning back kick to the body. Adesanya was off the charts last night. His first fight against a top 10 contender, third fight in the UFC, and he looked sensational.
Oh, huge right hand. That hurt Hooker, guys. That hurt him. He is hurt right now. And I love Burns coming straight out the gate. That's what he's got to do against Hooker. Get in his chest and brawl and go right after him right off the bat. Don't give Hooker space.
He's mixing it up well, too. Low kicks, punches, kicks, spinning kicks, everything.
That right hand was serious that Hooker just ate right now. I'll tell you what.
There's a different urgency and maturity about Gilbert Burns at this stage of his career, and Having worked with Henry Hook now for more than 5 years, you're really starting to see that pay dividends.
I agree, Anik. He looks much better. He looks much more comfortable, much more sharp. You see him check that kick? Before, he wouldn't have checked that. I've seen him get eaten alive with leg kicks, and he's made tons of adjustments, Burns. And Hooker looks awake now. He needed that punch. He looks wide awake, ready to go now.
Pretty furious pace through the first 90 seconds here. It's a pace both of these guys can keep up, Hooker in particular. Hooker really felt like the weight cut impacted his fight IQ, his whole fight week in the final few. Burns is down here.
I think he took an inside kick on that one. I'm not 100% sure. I think it was an inside kick.
Well, his back was to us. We'll have to look at it in the replay. But Dan let him right back up. Didn't want anything to do with the ground, and now he's stuck there. Look at this,
That's tight.
Look at this.
It's not in yet, but that is tight.
Man.
That was very nice.
And look how quickly he snatched that up. He's letting Gilbert Burns know this is dangerous on the ground too, friend.
Hooker's got a very offensive submission game, but you can see he's not going to play around too long on the ground with Dariush. Under 2 minutes, or 2 minutes have gone by, I should say.
There's that right knee that he's going to be looking for. He'll be looking for.
Attack with the left. Big knockdown for Hooker.
That's it.
The Hangman does it again. Whoa!
Sensational. Absolutely sensational.
Dan Hooker is going to crash the rankings party next week. 4 consecutive wins, all of them finishes, none bigger than the one he just got tonight.
And it's the way he's doing it too. It's how he looks.
Yeah, because Gilbert Burns is not off tonight. This is a sharp Burns we saw tonight that he just beat.
He came out guns blazing, and Dan figured it out, and he figured it out by overcoming adversity. He got tagged, he ate some kicks, he found his range. Man, Dan Hooker is on a tear right now.
I'm telling you, Israel Adesanya, his teammate, needed 25 minutes. Dan Hooker did not. Here's some of the action, Dom.
Ooh, big right hand landed. It wasn't an inside kick. He just timed him. And that's because Gilbert Burns is loading his punches so much. Hooker's just able to peek one in there. And as we see here, hook to the body, hook to the head. Finish off Gilbert Burns, put him down with a big punch. Right here, he hooks to the body, and he eats a right hand and comes back up top with a left to the head. That's textbook body-head combination. Left hook to the body, left hook to the head, and it just puts Burns on his butt. And he ate one in the middle of that too, so big shout to Hooker. Very good timing, and how about Burns looking sharp as well tonight up until that knockout?
He really did. Dan Hooker is focusing on each individual opponent. He says he's...
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Mark Smith has called a stop to this contest at 2 minutes, 28 seconds of the very first round, declaring the winner by knockout, Dan the Hangman Hooker.
Television for fight fans.
Sir, you ready?
He's taking a big risk tonight. Put that top 10 ranking on the line against Joaquim Silva. This fight clock is brought to you by Modelo.
Big risk, and he is the favorite, and he should go out here and do a great job. The way Arman has shown up is easily championship material. So he gets to go out there and show that in this fight. If he's shown up how he has in the last few fights, this should be good work for him. Don't sleep on Silva either.
No,
Powerful
you
guy.
got to be careful. Silva possesses crazy power. He knows he's got a huge opportunity, but this is what we expect from Arman Tsarukyan. So try to take this fight to the ground, use his wrestling, use that pressure, and then look for a finish.
I mean, the way that he just, Silva just hit a perfect whizzer, and the way that he countered it by keeping that bottom leg and then transitioning to this, that was extremely high-level stuff, and that's why people don't get away from Silva, and that's why Arman's so confident. He knows when he takes people down, they don't get away from him. Notice how he's got Arman's ankles higher than his head. That keeps Arman from being able to get his legs involved at all, and he really just can't move here. Plus, Joaquim has that overhook. He needs to dig an underhook, get underneath the chin and the arms of Arman here.
And you know, when you look back at Arman's fights, when he fought Joel Alvarez, the elbows that he was applying in that fight, that's what I would be keeping an eye out for here, is when he gets some space, when he finally gets Silva to maybe settle for a second, he's going to get aggressive with that ground and pound.
Look how Tsarukyan's holding that ankle up in the air. You see that? That keeps Silva, his head lower than his ankles, and he just can't get up as long as his ankles are up that way. So Tsarukyan making great adjustments, keeping that bottom leg up in the air. See how he keeps lifting that leg to the ground? What Silva wants to do is get a hip to the mat, and every time he turns a hip to the mat, you'll see Tsarukyan grab that bottom leg. Whichever leg goes to the hip, he'll grab that bottom leg and he'll elevate it and then get back to the ground.
Even just by the way he's posturing up, right? You can see that raises both the legs of Silva up onto his, almost onto his lap. This way he can be in that squat position, and it forces Silva to have to pull those legs away. As soon as he does, he grabs one or he comes over top with a big old punch or an elbow.
Exactly.
Ooh, nice one.
He's controlling the guard of Joaquin just by keeping the bottom legs. Look how he lifts his knee up. See how he lifts his right knee up? That keeps any time you see Silva turn to a hip, he'll lift that leg up and then take the back. There
Urgency from Silva as he gives his back to try to get up. Tsarukyan says, thank you very much.
He's trying to use defense. You can see here, right? Silva's trying to use defense so Arman can't get around to the back completely. As long as he's against that fence completely, he has to pull him away to be able to get that right hook in.
Bring him back. Bring him back.
So right now, the reason why Joaquin can't get up is he's not winning the hand fight war. Right now you're seeing that Tsarukyan has the hands locked. He's got to break the hands in order to get away. And right now he cannot get the hand fight beaten of Tsarukyan. He's just so good at beating the hand fights.
Softening up the body, perhaps looking for a way under the neck is Tsarukyan. Under 2 minutes to go in round one.
He's fighting with an urgency that he really, you can tell he wants to try to get something in this round. He doesn't want this to go past the first, but Silva's a veteran, he's tough. He's not gonna go down that easy.
That's what Tsarukyan said. He said, look, I am better than this guy. He shouldn't be in there with me, but at the same time, he's so strong, he's so lethal and so dangerous that I have to be careful in that first round and really hang on him to take away his strength. And then in the second round, that's where you'll see me do my work. And right now, you're seeing him utilize his game plan that he explained.
Silva, though, doing a good job of staying calm in these positions, right? Not overexerting himself, not putting himself in any dangerous positions by trying to explode up to his feet and rushing it. He knows that if he does that, he's going to, put himself in a terrible position with Tsarukyan.
And see, the hand fight war is really the issue. You see Silva doesn't know what to do with his hands. He's just holding Tsarukyan's hands. Well, he's got to fight him, get inside, and then get that left leg out of Tsarukyan's leg, because he's got a hook in. He's got to get that hook out of there, too, or he's never getting out of here.
One big one.
The idea for Silva to really break this position is to get that left elbow in between him and Tsarukyan. But Tsarukyan knows that, and he pulled him back to take the back. It's a chess match here.
More than 4 minutes of control time in the first round and counting. Final 10. Tsarukyan getting an early takedown. Elbow and a knee to the body. Second round coming up. As coaches, you can catch it every Tuesday on ESPN and ESPN Plus at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. If you missed any of episodes 1 through 3, check them out on ESPN Plus. Second round underway for Arman Tsarukyan. The Tsarukyan corner wants a takedown away from the fence so he has room to work on the ground. And Silva's corner wants him to stop throwing kicks. That opens the door for the takedown. Quick 1-2.
And they're right, those kicks are opening up the hands for Tsarukyan now, and he's landing heavy shots.
Yeah, Tsarukyan has very strong kicks, very fast, follows up nicely, puts things together with combinations, and then works his wrestling right into the mix. Oh! Gotta be careful there.
Silva backed him up with a right.
Yeah, he hung out in that clinch position a little too long and let Silva open up.
Oh, elbow from in close, and now they work along the fence.
Step behind. Listen, remember what we did. Walk your hands and step behind. Step behind. Da. Big one.
So what they're asking for Tsarukyan is to try to get that, peel the heels out on the fence so that he can break his balance Silva does the right thing, gets off the fence, and brings it back out to the open. Silva has his most chances here in the open where he can land these heavy shots, and that's why he wanted this fight.
Oh, Silva has a puncher's chance, to be sure.
That's right.
He has landed a couple of times here in round 2.
That's what he's looking for, Fitzy, is just that one big puncher's chance. He knows he's got it, and Tsarukyan knows mixing it all up is what gets him the win.
Elbow from in close again for Tsarukyan. Nice head movement.
Nice body shot there from Tsarukyan, but Silva in this round landed some good shots, getting a little bit of respect there from Tsarukyan.
Overswung a little bit, found his way into the grass. Tsarukyan lets him go as they continue to stand and trade halfway through round 2.
I like Silva trying to throw these short elbows as Tsarukyan trying to get the clinch.
And an axe kick there for Tsarukyan.
I love how Tsarukyan heads him off. You see every time Silva tries to exit, he heads him off and keeps him in a box. Like he's always right in front of him. The second Silva tries to get some breathing room, Tsarukyan's right on him. Again, right now, see how he heads him off? He doesn't follow him. That's really helping him out, take the air out of Silva's lungs.
UFC Collectibles is the home of official UFC memorabilia, and if you would like to see your name in the octagon at UFC 290, scan the QR code to become a piece of UFC history. 90 seconds to go, round 2. Ooh, another couple of strikes landed in the clinch from both fighters.
Oh, he hurt him bad. That's the chance he was talking about.
Silva.
Can he handle how powerful he
is down and in some trouble, but he's able to reverse. Uneasy moments for Arman Tsarukyan.
Yeah, big time, I would say. Silva rocked him badly, but hey, showing that heart to be able to find that takedown and end up on top. But Tsarukyan's got to be careful. He can't just stand there and trade with somebody as powerful as Silva right now.
And these are the things that build you for that championship run when you get there as well. When you have to deal with these types of fighters, these types of fights, this type of adversity, when you do become champion, you're ready for it because you've been through these types of wars. So you got to hand it to both these gentlemen for putting it out there. What an awesome fight so far.
30 seconds to go in round 2. Silva with a lot more resistance in this round after nearly the full first round of ground control time for Tsarukyan. Nice ground pound from Tsarukyan, who you know really wants to send a message. He'll probably show a lot of urgency in the third and final rounds. There's the horn. Third and final round of the co-main event. Arman Tsarukyan was minus 1050 on the betting line to start the fight. He has largely been in control through the first 2 rounds, but Joaquim Silva landed a big shot in the second. Has proven he can hang if he can land.
And I think Tsarukyan needs to stay with this game plan. Using these kicks, that's what's opened up the most success for him with his punches. But man, Silva, when he throws, he is landing and it is effective.
Tsarukyan punches his way into the clinch.
Another good close elbow there from Silva.
And now the hands are locked.
We know if Tsarukyan gets this takedown, it's going to be very tough for Joaquim to get away. So I think this is the time. If Silva's going to stop any takedown, you got to stop these ones. Third round, this is all you got to really try to get that knockout and try to get that finish. If you don't finish, you probably aren't going to win on the scorecard. Tsarukyan's heavy ahead.
And it's there, right? I mean, it's
with the control anyways, but he did rock him in that second.
That's what I'm saying.
That's big damage.
If he can get separation and let his hands go, but there you go. That's Tsarukyan. This is what he does best.
Yep.
And I imagine he's
There's
pretty pissed.
Yep. He had the arm triangle, and Silva saw it. back against the fence. Let's see, now he's on that bottom leg control again. You see how he's got that leg in the air? That's because Silva's trying to put that hip to the mat. So the way he elevates it with his knee is the key to holding Silva down there. Very nice job by Tsarukyan with the technique. That just wastes so much energy. Look how his ankles are in the air. He wants to get those feet to the floor so he can create space between himself and Tsarukyan. Feet on the heel or on the hips. He wants to put the heels on the hips of Tsarukyan, get the underhooks instead of the overhooks, get your hands underneath the chin of Tsarukyan and on his chest, and create some space. But Tsarukyan's all inside his inside space. He's got the half guard control. He's got an underhook on the top side. Nasty ground and pound.
So he takes a chance, nearly gives up his back. He does. Worked out for him, but still within the grasp of Tsarukyan.
Nice work.
Silva back to his feet. There's blood, I think, coming from the left ear of Joaquim Silva. There's certainly some damage on the face of Tsarukyan as well. Nice. Oh, a spin and a kick to the body. Silva working the body himself.
Nice. Oh, good timing.
Nasty. Dumped him on his head, and that looked like it hurt him bad the way he dumped him.
The beginning of the end.
Nasty ground and pound. Tsarukyan's control in this third round is looking awesome.
Oh, yeah. Vicious shots here. Just rapid punches. Let's see if he can start landing some big shots here.
He knows he needs a finish to make a statement. You could see it. Tsarukyan's going crazy.
Oh, my goodness.
Down.
Silva showing some toughness here.
Tsarukyan steps over. Silva giving his back, and Tsarukyan trying to put a stamp on it. Hammering away. The heart of a lion from Joaquim Silva.
Oh, my God,
that's it. Good job by the ref giving him a shot on that one. Gave him a shot to try to fight back. That was good ref job.
He's wearing a bit more damage than he expected to take tonight. But Arman Tsarukyan still very much a problem at lightweight.
No doubt about it. Listen, he risked a little bit tonight, right? He showed that he can be willing to stand and trade, and he got rocked a bit from Silva at times, but he was still in control the majority of this fight, landed some takedowns, and then to go in there and get this finish in the third round after having been rocked like that, started with this beautiful takedown, and look at these hammer fists. Tsarukyan was hungry for a finish tonight, and he got it.
Unbelievable power in that third round. He showed how much control. He showed how much he wore him out. Tsarukyan knew that Joaquim Silva was tired in the third. He knew he needed the finish, and he went and made it happen.
Ladies and gentlemen, the end comes officially 3 minutes, 25 seconds. Round number 3. Referee Keith Peterson puts a halt to the fight. For your winner by TKO, Arman Tsarukyan.
And they did it.
Here we go, folks. Claudio Puelles in the red trunks and the southpaw stance. Dan Orthodox is in black.
And Dan in the orthodox stance will allow for him to get some of the things that made him so good, the knees, whenever his opponents try to attack him. That body kick from that traditional stance to the southpaw. Claudio's got to be very careful not to level change recklessly against Dan Hooker.
Looked like Puelles was able to check that early leg kick from Dan Hooker.
And to think Dan Hooker made 145 is crazy. Look at how big he is.
He's enormous. Yeah, it's crazy.
Actually competed heavyweight.
Seriously diminished at 45. But, you know, he fought Arnold Allen, who's a beast.
He's a beast, man. And this is not good for Claudio. Claudio's got to close the gap a little bit. He's at too far a range to be fighting, and to be fighting comfortably. He's got to get in the face of Hooker.
Right, Dan is setting traps, trying to pick him apart on the outside. He's doing a great job of checking that inside low kick, though. He's checked it several times, and he's turning that shin towards him. You see how he does that sideways, just so he can prepare for that check.
Puelles training in South Florida at Kill Cliff FC. Greg Jones and Henry Hoofed in his corner tonight. UFC 281 is brought to you by Crypto.com, the fastest growing crypto platform in the world. Download now.
If there's a guy that's going to prepare you for a kickboxing fight, it's Henry Hooft. I mean, this guy, the way he turns these guys into competent strikers is crazy.
Look at that. Right into an Imanari roll, ties up the leg, the legs are dry. He's in real trouble already. Real trouble. He needs to get that leg over the knee. Now he's got it. Now Dan's in deep. He's in deep now. He's on the leg in an inside heel hook position.
He's got to extend him. He's got to try to extend Dan off of him a little bit.
Well, what he likes to do is knee bar. He does generally, I mean, he can do anything.
Oh, yeah.
Generally goes for the knee bar. Dan's in big trouble. Big trouble.
Or he's going to use this to get on top.
Well, look at that. Dan has actually got his back here. If Dan, the way he's triangled that leg, if he can go over under and control the guy's body, pull him back on top of him, he's in a pretty good position here. He can take his back here. This is a real potential moment.
Yeah, Puelles does not look worried at all.
No, because he's a master of the position. But Dan Hooker's very good on his back. Yeah. Dan Hooker's very good on the ground. So he knows what to do to defend. The problem is with the leg free. When that leg's free, now he's stuck. Now he's in real trouble. Now he's in the heel hook position.
Yeah, I mean, this guy is so comfortable wrestling and trying to grapple on this.
This is not good. This is very bad. Very bad. And you see Dan very concerned. He's got to pull that leg out of there.
You can't try to grapple this. You got to get out of there. He's fine. He seems to be comfortable.
As long as he's flattened out like this, he's fine. If he rolls over onto his back, then he can arch his back and you get much more leverage. But in this position right here, he's not in the worst danger. No, okay, now Dan scooted his knee out. He's much better now. Yes. Dan's much better. So he's got to slowly and carefully work that leg out. He's out of danger, though.
Yes,
and now he's on top. Fantastic job by Dan Hooker.
He's got to get out of here, though, Joe. Should not be playing on the ground with these guys. Yeah. Like a guy like this, you can't play on the ground with him because it doesn't take much. Now this is what he needs to make him do. Get him up.
So this is a great confidence booster for Dan Hooker. He got into the worst possible scenario against a guy who's a leg lock specialist. Oh my God, that Imanari roll again.
Oh my goodness.
Hooker welcomes Puelles back to his feet under a minute to go, round one.
Look, Dan Hooker got out of that, but real close. Real close.
And they aren't quite as dry as they were, but Puelles leg hunting early and often as we expected.
And I haven't seen Puelles trying to Imanari roll as much as they just did there. He generally sets up takedowns. Dan's got him uncomfortable if he's starting to do that. And Dan's just picking at him. Front kick, right hand, not overextending, taking his time.
But Dan is very good at keeping you on the end of his shots, too.
All right, this corner fight on ESPN Plus pay-per-view. All right, round two, that's Claudio Puelles in red, Dan Hooker in black. DC, a lot coming from that Puelles corner after the first fight.
Yeah, they want him to follow the game plan. They said he's got to throw the left hand. But right now, he's just getting picked apart. I mean, Dan Hooker's just touching him. He's not overextending. You can see the difference in the level that they have fought. Hooker has seen the best this division has to offer, and you can see in his comfort level inside the octagon.
Well, on the feet, he's just a better striker. I mean,
much better.
You're seeing the way he's utilized the distance and the way he's being so technical and how he picks him apart.
A little bit of a desperation shot there by Puelles.
Yeah, Puelles is in trouble.
Oh, he did not like that right hand.
And he's breathing heavy. There's a lot of tension. It's very difficult to fight this way.
He's nervous.
Yes.
He's uncomfortable. He can't get a takedown.
Oh, look at that.
That was nice.
Body left up top. That's vintage Dan Hooker right there.
Dan's fighting like a sniper. The guy that we remember when he was running.
Look at that jab, too. Beautiful.
Well, it's all these feints. Look at all these feints. Everything draws something out of Puelles.
Look at that left hook. Uh-oh. Puelles got the leg, though. Dan's got to straighten it out, get it down. He's threatening with the guillotine.
Oh, it made Puelles let him go. It made him
on the gloves. He was pulling on the gloves.
Oh, he's calling for the eye. Oh, this is not good. Hooker needs to put a little pressure on it.
Oh, nice inside leg kick by Hooker.
Very nice.
Dan needs to put a little pressure on him now.
But he just keeps going to that aim and
that's not working anymore.
Well, I think he's worried about shooting, right? Because Hooker has some fantastic knees.
Oh, Dan Hooker can't miss with that straight right hand.
Another wayward shot from Puelles, has the foot, but Hooker able to stay upright. Under 3 minutes here to go round 2. Toyo Tires, the official tire of UFC.
And it just shows you the level of a Dan Hooker, because we have not seen this kid look so outmatched in a really long time.
Well, it's a big step up in competition.
Yes. Because for all that Dan Hooker's done, right, still got a number next to his name.
But these shots are naked, right? Not set up at all.
But he keeps grabbing a hold of the leg. He does get that leg over and over and over again. He hasn't been able to capitalize on it, but you know, he's getting at least to the leg. But on the feet, Dan Hooker's just shining. Oh, now
he's in deep on the single. But Hooker's got great takedown defense, man. So Hooker needs to slide off. Puelles needs to try to get his right elbow around the leg. And this does nothing more than exhaust you. Oh, there was an eye poke.
We did just see in our isolation monitor a nasty eye poke.
Yeah,
thumb to the eye of Puelles, so he's trying to work that out continuously.
Oh, that foot.
Oh, that hurt him bad.
Beautiful kick to the body from Hooker to Puelles.
It's that teep kick right in the middle. Look at that. It's because he's a southpaw. It opens up the window.
He can't really stay upright because of that body damage, or so it appears.
He's exhausted.
If you don't stand up, it's a TKO.
Puelles is exhausted. If you're Hooker, you're going right back to that teep kick. Put it back on his belly.
Boy, when was the last time you saw a guy keep dropping to his knees this way? It's kind of crazy.
He's trying to do anything to get to the legs of Hooker. He cannot make Dan grapple with him.
It looks more
Look
like
at that.
Oh, there it is again. That might do it. That'll do it. Dan Hooker with a kick to the body by TKO. Well, his thesis statement on the fight was there are levels to this game, and Dan Hooker certainly proving as much and then some tonight in New York.
Love that for Dan Hooker, man.
I do too.
Yeah, you love that for him.
Come back. You know, he's had a rough patch, but he's still obviously a very, very talented fighter. And we got to see that tonight. We got to see the best of Dan Hooker. Really shine tonight.
All right, this fight replay is brought to you by Sweet Sweat. Check out their website, sportsresearch.com.
There's that front kick up the middle.
Over and over again. And look, this works because he's a southpaw, right? It comes right up under the elbow. He jams the toe right into the belly. I mean, that was beautiful by Dan Hooker. But the entire performance was. From start to finish, he was sharp, he was crisp, he took no damage, he did exactly what he needed to do.
Dealt with the early leg attacks from Claudio Puelles. And the reaction from Israel Adesanya, that's got to lift the champion up.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Keith Peterson has called a stop to this contest at 4 minutes, 6 seconds of the second round. Declaring the winner by TKO, Dan the Hangman Hooker.
All right, gentlemen, you got your instructions earlier. Protect yourself at all times. Obey my commands. Would you like to touch gloves? Good luck.
Well, if you want the bad blood in the build-up to a main event, this is not your matchup. Beneil Dariush glowing when asked what kind of fighter Arman Tsarukyan is. Says, I think he's excellent. And honored to share the octagon with him tonight. Arman Tsarukyan not looking ahead, although he chases down UFC gold, perhaps in the future, says all of my attention is on tonight. This fight clock is brought to you by Toyo Tires, the official tire of UFC.
Oh, that's a nice opening left high kick by Beneil. I was just going to say, it's the lead leg high kick of Tsarukyan. Watch that. That's what he likes to throw.
Dariush hunting down, throwing a big left.
Just massive power with everything that Beneil throws.
Kicks so hard.
And like you said at the top of our main card broadcast, DC, when you get two guys that are so good on the ground and well-versed in all the different types of grappling, perhaps they stand and bang it out for as long as it lasts.
I mean, that's often...
Tsarukyan puts him down early and knocks him out! Say hello to the top 5 of the lightweight division. Arman Tsarukyan makes a statement.
Nobody saw that coming. Nobody predicted that.
He lifted his knee and then threw a right hand. It's crazy.
Tsarukyan just flatlined Beneil Dariush in around a minute.
I don't know if it was a minute.
I don't think we got 60 seconds out of it in a night full of highlights when the bar was set impossibly high after what we've seen early in the night especially. Arman Tsarukyan might have stood out above the rest because of who he beat and how he just beat him.
Well, to quote Dana White, if they don't know, now they know. And I'm talking about the creme de la creme at lightweight, the big boys, the top 5. Arman Tsarukyan is right there.
These knockouts tonight have been crazy. Look at that. He showed him the knee, then the right hand before the leg even came to the mat to generate that power. Look at this, Mike. He throws the right hand. Look, knee up.
Knee.
Look, dog, his foot is still in the air.
Wow.
And he generates that type of power.
That's insane. It's the placement, though, right on the chin. That's blocked. That lands a little bit kind of on the odds, but that shot there, it's always the one you don't see, the one you're not expecting, and he was not expecting that. And that's a great stoppage. He gave Beneil a chance. He was clearly unconscious. I mean, that's the way you do it.
Gentlemen, referee Mark Smith has called a stop to this contest at 1 minute, 4 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by